I'm going to be talking about trade value today. So say you see this little silver diamond ring. So you select a construction ship and you're like, how? I can't click on it, build a mining station, and it doesn't let you do anything with it. So how do you get this? You need to collect it using a starbase. So outposts are just what you use to claim territory. So that's when you click over here, build star-based outpost. An outpost just claims the territory, puts your marker on the map. But in order to actually collect the trade value, you need to hit this upgrade button right here. That will upgrade it into a starport. So then once you have a starbase, this actually has some modules and a building slot. Now this trade value is in fact being collected. Details map mode. You can see it's collecting that trade value. It no longer shows up. Now, it would be rather inefficient to have to build a starbase for every single system. Really quickly, you'd start to run out of starbase capacity. So you don't really want to do that. Instead, there's a handy module over here called the Trade Hub that increases your collection range. By default, it just collects what's in the system. It's like, imagine that the starbase dispatches little workers, they go out, they fly over to the trade value, they collect it, they bring it back to the starbase and store it in like a storage silo on the starbase, awaiting for further instructions. And what this does is allows those workers to, instead of just collecting within the system, they can actually expand out over into the neighboring system, and then with additional ones into even further ones. So each trade hub increases the range by 1. So now I'm collecting from this starbase, I'm collecting this trade value. And if I were to upgrade this starbase and then put another trade hub, I would collect the ones from over here as well. And this little bit of trade value that you get from space, like these little deposits, I wouldn't bother worrying too much about. The big source of trade value that you're going to get in the game is via your planets. So you can see right here how much trade value there is. So like on my capital world, I'm getting 99 trade value. And if you wanted to get more, you could build some city districts, you could build some commercial zones, and a few other buildings. We'll give you jobs that produce some trade value on your planets. So now this planet is collecting 100 trade value. That trade value is then being collected by this starbase, but you don't immediately get the resource from the trade value. It actually has to make it to your capital before it makes it into your stockpile. So if you click this button here, trade routes button, you can see the trade route, the path that the trade is going. Well, it has to end up at the capital to collect it, but you don't have to go directly there with every starbase. If you wish to redirect the route of the starbase, say that you wanted it to make a detour. Instead of going to the capital, I wanted it to go over here. You right click on this icon and then it'll reroute. Not particularly efficient in this case, but it is an option. So if you have a situation where you need to reroute it, you can send it to a different starbase. Trade route can go through any system that your ships have access to. So any areas you have open borders, whether that be stars you have an outpost on, stars that are neutral that you don't have a claim on, or another empire's stars. If they close their borders to me, then the trade route cannot activate. So in this example, I'm losing 8 trade value at the Cygnus system. At one of the ends of a trade route, station a fleet, then click the patrol button, then click the other starbase, and now your fleet will travel between the 2 starbases, destroying any piracy as they travel. So once it enters the system, it reduces the piracy. The more piracy suppression, the faster it will reduce the piracy. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.